All right. Good morning, Montgomery County 904, Lone Star Community Radio, irlonestar.com/MWLS. Good morning, Skippy.
Good morning, Dick.
How are you doing?
Rocking and rolling. How are you?
Am I hearing you right?
Hello? Yeah, it feels a little. Hold on.
I don't know what's going on.
Weird.
Keep talking.
Check, test. 1, 2. Check, check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I can project.
Something's going on. It's real quick.
Am I in mono? Oh, there I go.
Someone's messing with my.
Uh-oh. But okay, it's a good thing we're not live. Let's start again. It is 9:05 on the dot on Mornings with Lone Star with Dick and Skippy. Good morning,
go.
Dick.
Now I can hear you. Okay, interesting.
It is outside. It is 77 degrees with a high of 95. The high of 95 is already hit inside the studio. We're coming to you today, sans air conditioning. They're gonna fix it, right?
There's a whole, I mean, you know what's funny is I called my father yesterday and I said, hey, guess what? The AC's out again. And I was telling him about the show about Monday and stuff because he's a show Monday and he cannot do like this room because he's been in here before when the AC's gone out. And I go, what do you think they're going to fix it? And he's like, man, that's one of those questions that everybody in their entire world asks. When's the AC going to be fixed? And no one knows the answer to it. Even the AC guy, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Even the AC guy is like, well,
yeah, and promise we can't run fans because you do.
So I'm trying to keep it as cool as possible. Maybe we get wet towelettes, like whole, you know, and just do it like
get those little bandanas.
So we'll do the
wet bandanas.
The Muad'Dib and the Dune people where they, you know, put the thing in the nose and
circulates. We will wear our still suits today.
And yeah, man, it's
it
crazy.
Is 77 with the high of 95. 1% chance of rain today, all through the night. Tomorrow, high of 93, low down to 70. Sunday and Monday might be some thunderstorms. In order to keep the temperatures down, we don't have our blinds open, so I can't see the official Lone Star Radio weather tree. But walking in, there was not a whisper of breeze, so I'm thinking it's going to be hot today.
Yeah.
With only a 87% humidity right now, not so bad. And winds out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. There you go. Sunset, when, you know, the temperatures drop and the vampires come out, will be at 8:09 tonight. 9 minutes after the start of tonight's production of Kiss Me Kate.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to. Something's going on. We had just so we have just clarification, everybody. The guy yesterday for the AC popped the breaker and blew the lights out.
Blew everything. Yeah.
So
Reluctant Cowboy was telling me that
we're down for a bit, and then I'm just trying to make sure everything's back to normal, but you just don't know if it is.
Just don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we will still soldier through Dick and Skippy in the morning here on our show, sponsored by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Got a good show today. Got some headlines happening. Got the weekend here. It is Saturday Eve, and we have news and events for local stuff coming up, and a special guest coming in at 10:15 this morning.
Tell us about the special guest.
Special guest is Jordan O'Neill. Jordan, the O is an apostrophe, not a middle initial. And Jordan is a local filmmaker who's working on a new miniseries called Fables. And it's a story with a twist. I'll put it like that. So we're going to have him in the studio. He's got an Indiegogo campaign for this. He's looking for some backers and maybe some actors too. Who knows? So if you have questions for Jordan, be sure to tune in around 10:15. Have your questions ready. You can hit us up on the message line, 936-647-3776. You can hit us up on YouTube live. Go to YouTube, type in Mornings with Lone Star. You'll see us. Hit the notifications tab so you'll know whenever we're on the air. You can see us and you can question us there, or you can hit us up on our Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and look up Mornings with Lone Star. And if you know you're old school, go to irlonestar.com/MWLS. MWLS. And you can get us there. Thank you very much. So that's what's happening today.
So how you been since yesterday?
I had Charlie horses all night long.
Is that like a not enough water situation?
I guess, man. I just woke up. The first time was at 1 o'clock this morning. I was dreaming. I was feeling good. Also, you know, that left calf just decided to get squeezed behind a pair of vises. And so about 2 or 3 times during the night, and I'd be trying to work the calf. And of course, that would just make it worse. So I think it's just one of those things that comes with age. This is what you have to look forward to, Dick. Just look,
you know
at
what's
me
weird
and see what
is I'm a big fan of, I've probably ever told y'all before, is Joe Rogan does a podcast interview kind of thing. It's like it's either like an hour to 3 hour like interviews, no breaks.
My son's in the same podcast.
And
he loves it.
Interviewed Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and he doesn't look 70. That's for sure.
Right. I remember, in fact, the last season of American Idol I ever watched was when he was on.
You should call him and be like, do you get Charlie horses? And if you don't, what prevents it?
I think Steven Tyler pays people to get Charlie horses for him.
Yeah.
You know, every malady there is, instead of kidney stones, he just pays an intern to get the kidney stones for him.
That's funny.
That would be my thought on that.
Well, I mean, like maybe his secret was get drunk and do drugs for 30 years and then go sober. So like your body gets pushed to the max for 30 years, and then it's like, see, we're good. We can deal with anything now. Do you think that's how it works?
Kind of like antibodies.
Yeah.
You know, injecting yourself with a dying version of the flu to overcome it. You just spend the first half of your life just totally messing it up. Yeah, that would work.
But yeah, that was a good. You should listen to that interview. He's a weird cat.
Oh,
he loves music though. That's one thing that I think it's kind of neat to see a person who has had that much success in something, and then see the way he does like his day-to-day life about writing and things like that. Because he talks about his albums, like how he wrote each one. Kind of, you get an insight to his respect of the music and his love for Joe Perry. So
really,
yeah. I don't know. Do you like Aerosmith at all?
Oh,
are you like a huge? Yeah. Are you like a big Aerosmith fan?
No, when most of the songs come out, you know, I'll try to pretend I know the words.
I didn't realize they're that old, like band wise. Like when their first album was like the early 70s, I think. And to me, that's nuts because I always think of them as like 90s rock. I don't know why, but
they got a resurgence. Think about all a lot of popular 80s bands like Journey.
Isn't Steve Perry? Is that his name?
Steve Perry.
He quit though, right?
Well,
like he just goes, I got cancer or something, and like I'm out.
Well, no, what happened the first time is he wrenched his back. They had to go on tour, so they kind of fired him and replaced him. He had an attitude about that. I would think rightfully.
He's a bad attitude.
Well, if the same thing happened to Lindsey Buckingham and Fleetwood Mac right now.
Really?
They had a tour coming up. He's like, I'm busy doing other stuff. They're like, okay, bye. You're fired. We'll replace you.
Now, do you think that kind of mentality is happening more because so many talented people are out there, and it's like we can easily replace you?
Yeah, put you in the headlines. Think about it. Van Halen stayed relevant way longer than they should have been when they fired David Lee Roth, brought in Sammy Hagar, then fired Hagar, brought back David Lee Roth, and then went with someone completely different. And so it just kept them in the news cycle. You can also carry on the name. You know, there's going to be. One day there's going to be Journey featuring Randy Jackson. Because, you know, you may have noticed, he may have mentioned it once or twice on American Idol that Randy Jackson was once the bass player for Journey on the road. So every episode.
Yeah, that guy's replaceable though.
Oh, yeah. I'm a bass player. I know how expendable we are. Bass players are like the red shirts, Star Trek red shirts of any band.
I mean, is that just a production thing? I imagine that's like a corporate thing too, where people are easily replaced. And you know, that's one world that I can't comprehend. You know, what's the CEO of like, you know, Tylenol or whatever. I mean, I can't imagine how that really works, and that, you know, the job requirements for that besides just having. It's one of those.
It is a business. I mean, think about it. The band Aerosmith is the business company. It's the business entity, and sometimes, you know, so you have.
What was really weird to hear him talk about the business side of it is he basically said that they're a band that they share all the wealth, so everyone gets paid equally, and then he basically said like he didn't make any money until he did American Idol.
Well, he made money,
and I don't know what world. I don't know what world he's living in, and I'm like, man, I would figure Aerosmith is, you know, making more money than the average person.
Yeah,
well, more than the average person though. Not just like, oh, I got a cushy job, I get $100,000 a year or something like that. He probably, I mean, he was making maybe $1 million a year. You think?
Oh yeah, at least think about every record sale. Now, if you split it up between 5 ways.
Yeah, so that's what he was basically saying. It's like, you know, he goes, we worked and we did well, but we always agreed to do it equally. So everyone got paid equally. So it wasn't, and he basically said, I didn't get, he couldn't buy a house in Maui until, basically, I couldn't buy this house in Maui until I did American Idol. So,
well, you also got to look at the outlay too. But think about it, for a record deal, you got to book studio time. You got to buy the engineer. So, and I do know a few years ago, I was working at a company and they wanted to have a big party, like an open house on the facility. And they were like, get us a big band. And so I'm like, how big do you want? You know, like, or try ZZ Top. And I was like, there's no way you're going to be able to afford ZZ Top. They don't play.
But you also just got to figure out the breaking point.
Well, ZZ Top, I looked it up, and according to their agency,
I missed that.
Yeah, I could tell. According to their agent, ZZ Top concert started at $500,000 a pop. So, and that's even for the.
Is that turnkey? You think?
Yeah, that was everything.
So they brought the equipment and everything.
Yeah,
that's a third of the price right there.
Exactly. And now, of course, you know, so ZZ Top is technically 3 guys plus a lot of, you know, roadies. But think about it. So 500,000. Let's say someone like Aerosmith, you were able to charge $1 million. For
yeah.
So
everything's negotiable, though.
Everything's negotiable, but let's say you start. Okay, so
you always tell them, oh, it's for a nonprofit.
Yeah, right. But right off the bat, you got to cut out, let's say, half of that for the overhead, the equipment, the roadies, everything else. Okay, then the stuff that you buy yourself. You know, I'm sure Steven Tyler loaded himself up with a lot of preservatives over the years, and so that costs a lot of money. So you're down from $1 million to 500,000. Now 5 members of the band, that's 100,000. Now out of that, you know, see, it starts to go down pretty quick. So I can see where.
It was just interesting. I was like, him saying that. I'm like, this guy's like one of the biggest rock stars, like an actual rock star, not just you know, like current whatever the Voice winner is or something like that. Yeah, this guy's like legitimate long-term.
Do you know another band that was around a lot longer than I thought it was? Did you ever hear the band Golden Earring? They were big in the 80s with Twilight Zone. Help, I'm stepping into the Twilight, the Spy song. Okay, it was big in the 80s. In the 70s, they had a song called When the Lady Smiles, which is
okay.
They actually started in the 60s, and they're still going.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they have songs from the 70s. That's crazy.
Yeah. They had.
They're also European, so it's like maybe that's why they're big.
But it's pretty much the same lineup. It's not like a band where it's like Devo 2.0.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's the same people for the most part.
Well, I mean, we don't. I see. I've never been in a band. Have you been? You're in a band, right?
I've been in many bands.
So I mean, I think it works. I think they're doing something that works. Maybe it's the drugs. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Look at Kiss. Remember, Kiss, believe it or not, is drug free. Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons, who started Kiss as a business entity, have
He's still a weirdo.
Yeah, think about it. They've been going since the early 70s.
Did he lose his hair and he wears that like perfect helmet?
Well, you know, he's Lebanese.
Okay.
And I think that's his real hair. He's had that his whole life.
Well, every time I see him, it's like, man, I wonder what the hairdresser person does to make it that perfect. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
it looks like a cartoon. An afro, and you take a brawn beard trimmer, like a head trimmer.
Get a sculptor in here. I don't need a stylist.
But that's the style he needs. That so when he goes, you know, Kiss mode with all the stuff in his hair, it still works.
That's amazing. I wonder if he has insurance on his hair.
Oh, I'm sure they got insurance.
Well, you know,
on everything.
we probably need to kind of focus on the show. We're going down tangent. Sorry, guys. That was a good first segment. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're listening to Mornings at Lone Star. We do have a special guest at 10:15, Jordan O'Neill, talking about Fabletown. You can check it out on Facebook. Type in Fabletown. It's a cool like pink F to it. We posted it on this video, so if you go to the description or refresh, because I just updated, that's what I was doing, updating the descriptions and stuff. You can check it out there.
Jordan, when you show up, wear layers.
We got a lot. I got some local news and some crazy stuff coming up, so we'll do that this hour, and then also the royal wedding. Is that this weekend?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
well,
Holly,
middle of the night tonight.
Well, what's weird is Holly was all talking about she's working, and she's like, I'm gonna have it on my phone, and I'm gonna listen to it. And I go, wait a second, there's commentary. Like, what are we listening to? If you're like, so you can't see it.
They're gonna break down.
You're gonna listen to the royal wedding. What are they saying? Is this kind of like that parade float stuff that I had to listen to one time and it was so boring?
But it'll be English though. And now here comes bridesmaid number 4 walking down. There's the left foot. Oh, there goes the right foot. Yes, she appears to be walking.
Well, do people know?
With the music.
Do people know that much about the royals of Europe? Where it's like, oh, there's the Queen,
fourth Earl of
That's
Sussex.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Believe you me.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings with Lone Star. Good morning, everybody. You can find us online at irlonestar.com/MWLS. You can listen to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. And we're brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Clean. Thank you for sponsoring the show. We'll be right back here after a couple sponsored messages.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. With scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning, Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Lone Star Community Radio presents the Lone Star Radio Troupe. This talented cast will perform radio plays right here in the Lone Star Studios located in downtown Conroe. There will be a new performance every first Sunday of the month. And if you miss the broadcast, just go to Lone Star Community Radio's podcast or YouTube anytime during that month. Go to irlonestar.com archives to find the Lone Star Radio Troupe's latest play that's available. This is Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe's 104.5 FM and 106.1 FM community station. Find us on the web at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is a supporter to the performing arts in Montgomery County, Texas.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
Talk about things that nobody cares. Wearing out things that nobody wears.
Welcome back. 9:23 on the dot on a hot, sultry day inside the Lone Star Studios. Good morning, Lone Star with Dick and Skippy. Looking over to my left, yep, he's still Dick. Looking down, yep, I'm still Skippy. It is, as I just said,
Yeah.
9:23, and just under an hour, we're going to have Jordan O'Neill in the studio.
And don't forget, we are going to give away tickets to the 8th annual Taste Fest today. We're going to ask a question, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock today. A little different because we're going to have more time with Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Have your questions ready. Talk to give us a call 936-647-3776. We read each other, Dick. I know
well, these
what's going
microphones
down.
are like in your throat when you have a burp, and I'm like, and it's just, if you're listening, you're like, I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that.
Or do they? They might.
That'd be really weird.
You're right. I wonder if there are burp fetishists out there.
There was one guy who we've had in the studio before, and he came in on a regular basis. I won't say names, but he had one of those throats that was cut. So if you were listening on headphones, it'd echo. And I'm like, what is that echo? And it would be really slight. And you could hear, it was like you're in a tunnel when he spoke. And if you just listen really closely, it was weird. But there's a good story for you. Sorry. All right. So there's two things I know you want to discuss today, and we'll try to get them down. It's the royal wedding happening this weekend. And also I have a question. This will be the political segment of the show, is the animal thing. I get surrounded by it now on social media, my friends and people. It's really weird to me that it's like rampant how bad people are. Are they being misled?
There's a desperation to make the current president look as bad as possible in any given situation.
Yeah, but like it's almost like they're gonna. What do you think is gonna happen from this? Because they're gonna keep pushing. And keep pushing. And
more and more people are going to be turning away from these quote traditional media outlets.
Well, you being a journalist in the past, what's the law right now? Because I know free speech is a big deal, but that really only pertains between the government and the people. So when it comes down to me just straight up doing like a slander, because there's going to be one publication doing that. There's always going to be one. It's just like conspiracy theory. I'm Mel Gibson and conspiracy theories. I print this newspaper out once a quarter. That's all good and everything, but are people afraid of those kind of things getting power? Kind of like Alex Jones. Alex Jones is crazy, but he clearly makes money from it, or someone's paying him.
As long as there's an audience.
So, do you think the audience today, like for example, CNN and the big news, like Fox News, all these other huge news outlets, who are kind of like the trickle down, they send it all down, and are they going to go away because no one trusts them? Are they going to get sued? Or are they going to? Because
there could be some. Here's the thing:
because like Gawker got sued and they got shut down. But then again,
the First Amendment protects you from government.
They could have gotten shut down and just moved assets and renamed everything. No one really knows.
Probably what happened. But remember, the First Amendment, people throw that around. I got a First Amendment right in my workplace. No, you truly don't. First Amendment only protects you from government intrusion and free speech.
Well, I'm talking about just if flat out lies, because I know libel laws are very tricky. And slander laws are very tricky.
Right, which is why actually that's going to come to light, because more and more people are hiding behind I got First Amendment rights. It's like, and they're in for a rude awakening when they find out you're not protected, or you can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Like a good example, what was it at the beginning of the year when something associated with Trump that seemed to be a big deal, it didn't crash the stock market, because I'm not educated.
Yeah, no, that's when
it was enough to where there was a significant drop.
Brian Williams said that he had a recording that said that Trump reached out to the Russian ambassador before Election Day or something like that, and it turned out,
regardless of what was said,
but I mean that's what
there
it was.
Something that had enough influence to do that.
It brought the stock market tumbling down, because that would have been proof of a collusion. Then you found out no, it was a transition team after Election Day.
Well, yeah, but I'm just, no matter what was actually said, I mean, like there was an event that goes, hey, this is how we can change the course of this country within 6 hours, and regardless of what the content is, that showed me that is uncontrollable. I don't have that power to.
I think more and more people are getting. Here's the thing. This is what's cracking me up. The president's current approval ratings are hovering around 50%.
That's usually the court or the case for every president.
Kind of my point. So he's averaging out like every other president. It goes between the 40s to the 60s.
It's almost like a good day. It's like
but you think by the media, you think by the media that it would be like 12% or something.
Well, yeah, we that was, but again, it's like I just don't see an end game with it. It's almost like they're going to keep, this world's going to keep turning the way it is until he just goes away.
But then it's Chicken Little. The more The news outlets yesterday, here's the thing. No one broke the law by saying the president, because I was reading the headlines and it says President Trump says that
Illegal
accuses
immigrants.
some immigrants of being animals. That's how it was phrased in the headlines, which is true. He was talking about MS-13 gang members, and I will go on the record saying they are absolutely 100%
Well, no,
unequivocally
who cares?
animals.
I don't care about that. It's more of when I saw it, I go, man, this is like, there's somebody going, let's see how far we can push this line.
Yeah, and that's exactly, and all day long people, comparing him to Hitler. Hitler called the Jews animals.
Well, that's the snowball effect.
It is, and that's all you have to do is just by making that headline. No one would read the story or the context.
Could there be a law somehow passed by Congress or the whole group?
I don't think there should be.
Could there though? Could there? Because I can see
because that would be a government intrusion on free speech.
But I meant more of the libel laws. Like there's always, hey, you got to agree with me on this one. There's always a way.
Well, yeah.
So they would come up with something.
The headline was legally correct.
Yes,
he did call
but
some
that specific
illegal
thing, not
immigrants.
so much. I meant like the other stuff that has huge impacts, and that kind of stuff.
That's where journalists can. That's where journalists can hide behind.
That's crazy.
I had a bet. Remember, because for 3 weeks, all the news sources were our source gave us bad information. All these. I don't want to say fake stories. All these erroneous stories were coming out, and then the reporters and anchors get called on them, and they would say, my source was bad. That's just why you always have 2 independently verified sources in any journalistic story. That's the point. We've gotten out of that. It's gone to the clickbait thing. So, yeah, I'm ranting a bit on this, and this is not
the way I look at it, it's just
a media out
the
of control.
future of it. It's crazy to me.
More and more people are going to start feeling, I think, that they can trust this. A lot of people yesterday ended up with egg on their face.
Well, the way I see it is either A, the media people get real smart about it and they're good at doing this misleading, or B, the people who will just see straight through it and go, no, I ain't going to buy this.
They used to be smart about it. Look at William Randolph.
When do you think the money's going to start affecting it? Like, for example, everyone's saying that, CNN is like losing viewers, blah, blah, blah. But like they're making money somehow.
Yeah, but not as much. And then you can't pay your big anchors as much money.
Well, I mean, is that a slow thing that's going to happen? Because
it's going to be slow until one day
somehow
suddenly not there.
What's going to happen is they're going to take Alex Jones's book and be like, let's sell these crazy pill. I don't know.
Right?
Have you ever watched him before?
I've only seen a snippet or two.
No. I'm talking like legit Infowars.com. You need to check it out.
Do I really?
It's a trip. It is like, it's so funny to me because I bet the highest paid person besides Alex Jones is their web developer and their media department, because they're pushing stuff. They're doing a good job doing it. And whoever took the classes, they did a good job. They pay attention in school, and they're like, how do we trick these people in buying these pills?
Well, and actually at this very moment, literally, there's another classic example of how the media shapes a story.
Let's go. I'm gonna go down.
There are 2 shootings going on.
Let's see what.
There are 2 shootings that happened today.
I want to see what the headline is real quick.
Which one?
I'm at Infowars.
Okay.
That's not that bad. There's nothing crazy. I wanted crazy stuff. Like aliens, but that's not
happening. No. So, Santa Fe High School, locally, this is going down. The shooter is in custody. Injuries have been reported. Hopefully they're just injuries. There's a school shooting. This is on the top of every headline there is. Also, there was another shooting going on. A guy draped himself in a flag, went to a Trump golf course in Doral, Florida, and shot it up. And he's been taken down. His man's name is Jonathan. Don't know how to pronounce his last name. Odi or Odi, O-D-D-I. But here's the thing. So someone goes in and shoots up a golf course owned by, basically shooting up against the president, doesn't make the headlines. The high school shooting does. Now, don't get me wrong. Both are terrible situations, but the media is choosing one over the other. They're choosing the one that fits the narrative, another school shooting.
I bet but can you think there would be a study of the correlation between money and the stories? So if they do good stories, they make good money? Or you think there's anything...
Define good.
Well, because I think there's also an audience. So you have to sell to that audience in a way. You have a base.
They're selling to the lowest common denominator.
So it's like, hey, we can make $4 million a year on average if we keep doing heavily, democratic stories.
Well, you pointed out. Yeah, you pointed out. I think the media is kind of sensing what they believe is the shift of where the country is, and unfortunately, the polls. Well, that was the big shock when Hillary Clinton didn't get elected, because all the polls were indicating she was. It's because the media on Facebook and social media and everything, where if you dare vote for this guy. We're going to hate you. We're going to unfriend you. So, of course, you're being interviewed when you leave the exit polls. Who'd you vote for? Oh, Hillary. And so they had her winning by like a big margin. And then you find out people just, because it's gotten so schismatic.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird. So I'm really curious because imagine, and one thing I always kind of go back on, I would love to see the education of these like basically I'm in college 50 years from now. What are they teaching me about what's happening today? And the full thing.
I feel the same way when I wonder 200 years from now what they're going to view as our classical music. And it's going to be film soundtracks by John Williams.
Yeah.
That's going to, in 300 years, orchestra's going to be playing the classics of the Star Wars suites. I'm telling you.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com. Thanks for joining us this morning. If you have a comment, question, or anything, we're on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and of course on our FM signal and our stream online at irlonestar.com. So we'd love to hear from you guys. We'll be right back.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Hey.
Hi. 9:37 on the dot. Mornings with Lone
back.
Star. Dick and Skippy, sponsored by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. It is muggy 98 degrees inside the studio. Outside, it's only about 80 degrees, getting up to the mid-90s. It's too darn hot. Hey, you know who does have air conditioning? The Owen Theater. And tonight, there will be performing Kiss Me, Kate, starting at 8 o'clock. So come enjoy, watch a great musical, lots of singing, lots of dancing, lots of laughs. There you go. And also, a lot of people don't know this. Owen Theater, for every production they have, they partner up with a local nonprofit to, raise awareness and funds. And so the nonprofit that's tied into Kiss Me Kate is Operation Pets Alive, who is one of the area's only no-kill shelters, which means if an animal comes into Operation Pets Alive, if a dog comes in, it's guaranteed not to be euthanized. Unfortunately, supply and demand, or not supply and demand, what's the word I'm looking for? The the influx of animals. You take them to an animal shelter. Chances are after a while they're going to be euthanized. But Operation Pets Alive, no, they don't. They actually have flights going to the north to get pets adopted up north. Really great nonprofit. I like them a lot. And so Marilyn will be there with a dog this evening at the Owen Theater. So you can roust with the dog in the lobby and then come see the show.
Yeah.
Go to Owen Theater.
It's mother approved.
Yes.
So
go to owentheater.com or .org.
There we go.
.com.
We plugged it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come see me, please.
Now, let me ask you something about the relationship with the Owen Theater, or basically because you've been involved with different theater companies. So basically, they go, "Hey, we have these plays. We need a director," and you're like, "Oh, hey, that sounds cool. Can I do that?" Is that how it works? Or do you get to pick the play?
It depends.
That's if you're on the
play selection committee. Yeah, well, there's I've been on play selection committees.
Like, you get your manila envelope and with money, and you go, "Hey, for next season, Kiss Me Kate, I want it, Memorial Day weekend." Yeah.
Well, I've been on this last season. I've been on a couple of different play reading committees where
So they ask you to do this.
Yes.
Okay. And
because you have, I'm aware of different plays that are out there, money makers, ones that work. And so for the Owen for next season, they were wanting like a family-friendly musical. And a few years ago, I directed one called Happy Days based on the TV show. And so I pushed it saying, this is a good musical. And I was told, well, if we go with it, there's no guarantee you're going to direct it. I'm like, I don't care about directing it. It's a good musical. I would think you.
Yeah.
And
it'll make you money.
It will make you money. And so I was honored or flattered that when they, not only did they decide to put on Happy Days next season, but they did ask me to direct. Same thing.
Are you doing? So you're doing Happy Days next season?
Yeah. And so a year from now,
should I try out?
Yes, you should.
Audition?
You got the.
Can you say try out?
Yeah, you can say try out. It's an audition, but yeah, you got the Richie Cunningham look.
Well, I don't need any lines.
Oh, then
I can just do facial expressions like.
You can be Chuck. Remember in Happy Days, the first season, they had a brother named Chuck. Richie had a brother that went upstairs to his room and then was like literally never seen again and never referred to again because they just wanted to.
Wouldn't that be a good joke in the play?
Yeah, they have a little
towards the end.
They have little. The musical has a lot of in jokes in it where like Richie is telling people, "Man, usually I can solve a problem in half an hour, but this one's a doozy." So yeah, a lot of in jokes like that. So as a director now, I'm fortunate that someone will ask if I want to direct a particular show, or they'll invite me saying, "We're putting on the show. Do you want to direct it?" Or they'll ask, what show, if I wanted to direct, what would it be? And I would tell them why. There's another theater called Stageworks that for a couple of years now I've been pushing a play called Sylvia because I think it would be really good for them. And they're putting on the season. I don't know if I'm actually directing it or not. I hope I am because I love the show. But if I'm not, believe me, I can. There are opportunities. And when I'm not directing, I get to act.
Yeah, because I that's one thing I noticed about you is you just want to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, like, oh, we need a stage manager, or we need a guy to paint this stuff, or we need a person to recite the Shakespearean sonnet that only you can do.
I firmly believe the theater is one of the few ways we can leave the planet a little cleaner than how we found it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you get to touch. Think about it. For Kiss Me Kate, our final dress rehearsal, the first Thursday night, we had 70 high school kids in there. Most of them probably got dragged.
Me being the dictator, I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow that kind of expression of freedom in their thoughts. I would be like, no, you can do a play, but it's about me being the coolest guy ever.
Well,
that was a scene. There was a scene. Oh man, you need to watch The Postman because they talk about Shakespeare. That's actually how they nicknamed.
I'm the one that told you to watch it.
I've seen it before.
Yeah,
but I rewatched it.
Yeah, I know. I love The Postman.
And there was that scene where they come up with the kids doing the play with the sword.
Yes, in these badly. Now is the winter of our discontents. Yada yada yada. Yeah,
it's horrible.
Well, that would be me in like 20 years from now. I'd be trying to teach Shakespeare and forget most of the lines, so I'd kind of make it up as I go along. And what is it in the dragon movie Reign of Fire? Where dragons take over modern day Earth. And so you got this resistance down there, and they're for the kids, they're reenacting The Empire Strikes Back as like a play. And when Luke gets his hand chopped off, the kids are no. It was pretty funny. Anyhow, it is 9:43 on the dot.
It's we should have a little thing over above us about how hot it's getting in here.
Yeah, I wonder what
it's getting worse.
Do
I'm
our
gonna go
phones-
open the door.
I was gonna say, do our phones actually have like temperature gauges on them? I wonder how hot it is inside the studio right now. Jordan O'Neill, as you come in, you'll be here in a half an hour. If you are wearing layers, that would be really good for you. Just saying. We're gonna crack some windows here. Should we open the back door to get the breeze going? What shows are on after us today? Is there anything good?
We got I know the extension hour's on today.
Well, they're used to working outdoors in,
Yeah.
in sweatshop conditions, so they should be okay.
Yeah, this is
We're just dainty in here.
Yeah, this is getting bad.
Yeah, we need our breakfast tacos and our coffee in here. So local news we started to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, in Willis the other night, there was an officer-involved shooting following a domestic dispute in a SWAT situation in Willis. It ended with the deputy having to shoot a man who was allegedly holding his mother hostage. This happened Wednesday night. Sheriff's Office, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, received a call late Wednesday night by a woman reporting that her friend was being held hostage by her son at the home. And apparently the son was, are you ready for this? High on narcotics. Can you believe it?
What does that mean? Like on everything?
Yeah, well, I don't think they've figured out exactly what it was yet. But yeah, if you're going to hold your own mother
Because that
hostage,
could mean like he's on Adderall, right?
This is true. Well, here's the thing. You could be, they have to be careful with what they say. They
That's what I
can't say
figured.
illegal drugs because what if it was just a sleeping pill gone wrong?
Yeah,
And
because
bad
a
reaction.
narcotic is just a drug or other substance affecting mood or behavior and sold for non-medical purposes. So usually it's illegal. So it's still illegal. They're basically saying he was under an illegal drug.
That's the implication. But again,
Yeah.
it could have been a purely legal drug. But anyhow, he whipped out a quote, long arm
Why
firearm.
don't you think the police is more flexible with their words?
Because
Like, why do you need to say like,
one word in the hands of a defense attorney,
and they can just sue you?
well, yeah, the whole case can get lost. If they went out and
But
said
why-
he was high on illegal drugs and you find out it wasn't illegal drugs, you've prejudiced the jury. You filed a false.
But why would you even say he was high on anything? Just say he was apprehended.
Well, they say
and that's just-
apparently he was under the influence of narcotics.
But is there?
That's them building their own case.
Okay. We're trying to. That's
They're
what.
adding
That's
counts.
that's the reason this kid's doing this stuff. That's
Mhm.
like what they're saying. It's like the
Mhm.
reason he was doing all this great stuff is because he was on drugs. Don't do drugs.
Mm-hmm. And you can also add a count on it. So, okay, if he's in possession of illegal drugs or misuse of, because here's the thing, when you get a prescription from Walgreens
Okay.
and you're reading the instructions and it says, whenever it says do not operate heavy machinery.
That's just covering their butt.
Yeah, but do you know what heavy machinery
And
includes?
also trying to help you not to drive a car when you're under.
Well, that's the thing. Heavy machinery is a car, which means, let's say I take a pill where it says don't operate heavy machinery and I'm in a fender bender. I have broken the law because I operated a heavy machinery while under the influence of this drug. Believe it or not. That's how persnickety that can get. So you were talking about Spirit of Texas bank shares.
Yeah,
completed an IPO.
our neighbors down the street. I didn't really understand what that meant. I know they went public, IPO started, and all that stuff. Tell me what illegal activity they're doing. Tell me about it. What's the conspiracy theory? Why would a bank do this? They already have money. Is this just kind of widen their
yeah, how
wealth?
do you make, here's the thing.
So
You're holding money.
You're telling me they hit a ceiling, and they had a meeting with the
You can't
people
grow.
in suits, and they're like, "Hey, we hit the ceiling. We need to build a second floor. We need to break this ceiling. How do we? Let's just go public."
Exactly. Now, of course, you have a public
Is that how?
financial institution. There's always, look at the saving and loans crisis of the.
You
of
know
the
what
80s.
I think it is?
Hmm.
I think it is they had investors. Like look back at Facebook when they were private. I bet what happened was the investors are like, "Hey, we put this money in for 5 years, 10 years. We need to see a return that's a little better than what we're seeing."
Mhm.
So this is a way to guarantee a return for X amount of years, at least, right?
Yep. Think about it with the bank. So, my bank, I have a great plan at my bank, my checking and savings account, that I don't pay a fee at all.
Okay.
So, my
That's
money's
the perk.
parked in there.
That's the perk, right?
And I just broke a pen. My money's parked in there. And I'm so passionate about this. They really make no money off of me. They can take my money and
Invest it
yeah, I bet, but there's only so much they can do with that.
by the law, by the according to the law.
Exactly. So if you can only go with the privately held, which is not people buying shares, but actually people who put money in your bank,
Yeah.
how are you going to pay for your tellers, your equipment?
Yeah.
your-
I mean, you can work it out.
so you got to work. You have to expand.
And credit unions figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, it was like 3 years ago. Everyone was like pro credit union, like transfer, take your money out.
Oh, credit unions have a great place in this world.
I don't really understand that world. If you're a banker and you're listening, please instruct me and like we can organize a call in or something because I need to understand why.
Yeah, and I would like to discuss, the possibility of us having another savings and loan scandal of the 80s with the Keating scandal.
Okay.
Where
you want one of those?
No, I don't. And I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. A lot of people lost a lot of money. You think like the stock market having a bad day, you lose a lot of money. But when the savings and loans collapsed, they collapsed. I mean, it's like, where's my money? And there was no FDIC.
Is that why people bury the money now?
Yeah, because there was no FDIC.
Do you know anybody that's buried? Have you ever buried money?
It's 92 degrees outside right now. And
wink,
mornings
wink
with Lone Star. Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny that I've ever buried money.
I don't think I've ever
especially
known
next
anybody.
to a body. What?
I don't think I've ever known anybody. Like I used to keep money in a shoebox, but then eventually I would spend it. So it wasn't like I have long-term plans with this money. Like was that a Vegas Vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called, Vegas Vacation?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember that was a great scene where he's like, "I got some money somewhere around this."
There's always money in the banana stand.
Something like that. That's pretty dang funny, man. But no, I'm interested to see what Spirit of Texas Bank. They're really investing in this area. If you see the beautification projects similar to what the Parks and Rec Department kind of doing, you see what they're doing on I-45 to eastbound on 105 all the way to downtown. Have you seen the draw ups and stuff? Trying to make walkways and townhomes and stuff. And I'm like, wait a second, between here and 45? No way. But yeah. What are you looking at?
Another headline: woman charged with promotion of prostitution, human trafficking in Conroe. Yeah.
This is a headline that's misleading?
No.
Or do they have her on, Facebook Live? I'll give you money. Or give me money.
A woman had a sexual encounter with a 2-year-old child. And I'm just going to leave it at that one.
Thank you for changing the subject. That's nice of you. We're going to take a break. We got Jordan O'Neill coming in. He's talking about Fabletown. He's trying to raise money to make this, is it mini-series?
Apparently he's going to tell us all about it.
Let's see how much money he'll take so I can ruin it. How about that? Let's see see where his morals
I think we should
go.
demand like a cameo role in it where we're, two men in black, in black suits and sunglasses with
no, we don't look the part.
It's ironic. That's because no one looks like that in real life. It makes it very realistic.
No, what they could do is if there's a scene where they are fighting or busting, like running through, where people in the background, we could be like the two old people playing chess in the, and we kind of look like, what's this going on over here? Okay,
we can be Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show.
Yeah. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Can't say, baby, where I'll be in a year.
Hey, welcome back. 9:55 in the morning on Mornings with Lone Star. Dick and Skippy. It is getting hot outside. It's hot inside. If you come visit the studio, wear layers. We're getting some updates on the Santa Fe High School shooting. Unfortunately, at least looks like.
Why you always do the negative news? People are going to want to listen to this.
Get out of the way. Well, people want to know.
Let's talk about the news where a lady poops in a Tim Hortons or Tim whatever and then throws it at people.
Yeah, flinging the feces did that. But we are sending out some warm fuzzies for the Santa Fe thing. There'll be fallout from this. But moving past that.
Did you see the video?
I did.
Of that lady doing that?
I did.
That is bizarre.
I did. A woman in Tim Hortons in Canada was telling them she had to use the bathroom. She was quite vociferous about it. There is video of this. They were telling her.
Look it up. It's pretty bizarre.
She proceeds to defecate right there on the floor. And then if that's not bad enough, she picks it up and flings it at the person.
Oh, now the question I have is, did she make contact with her throw? That's one thing. Because you can see there's one man, there's clearly an employee on the phone trying to like calm her down or whatever. And then when he saw what she was doing, he's like, I'm out of here. And he just kind of walks off camera.
Well, depending on her aim, I mean, that goes from attempted assault to assault.
Really?
Yeah. If you miss, it's attempted assault.
Man, can you imagine the court? Can you imagine the court of like how the word they use feces, how many times?
Mm-hmm.
That's when she decided to eject her.
Yes.
What lawyer talk can we make poop body talk? It comes together. It's perfect. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about this royal wedding.
Royal wedding is going to happen early hours of tomorrow. It's a big one. Brits love their royal weddings. So do Americans. A lot of Americans do too.
When do they stop doing this kind of stuff? Like, for example, is it just the boys and girls in the first generation? Or
yeah.
Do they do this for like cousins or anything like that?
No, this is direct descendants in line to the throne and maybe one generation off of it. Like,
well, like, for example, they have kids, right? Or what's his name? I don't know.
Prince William.
Harry?
Yeah, no, Harry is marrying Meghan Markle tomorrow.
But he's not going to be king. He's not going to be king.
No, well, he could be if it's okay.
Oh, no could be's. Who's going to be king?
If the queen died right now without making any other plans, it would be Charles, her son Charles. But the long-held rumor is that the queen wants William to ascend the throne, bypass Charles completely. So William is next in line to the throne. If anything happens to William or William doesn't want it, then it goes to Harry.
Okay. You can come on in, man. We got Jordan in the studio. He's being really quiet. He brought a guest. You didn't tell me he was bringing a guest.
I didn't know he was bringing a guest.
Well, now they both have to suffer with us without the AC.
That's right.
That's right.
Should have told her.
So you can take a seat, man.
Are we on the YouTube?
Yeah, we're on the YouTube.
Because your page isn't showing it. You got a Google page.
Oh man, yeah, because I was gonna look up. I was gonna look up that poo poo video and her throwing it.
Were we gonna post it?
Yeah, I was gonna put it in the comment section.
There we go.
I mean, this is a video that everyone needs to see.
Okay. Sure, why not?
It's increasingly getting hotter.
Well, speaking of improper activity, a little closer to home, authorities are searching for who they're calling Wee Willie Dangles. So apparently,
Wait, is that real?
that's the nickname they gave him because you give a bad guy a nickname that's not good and it makes them upset. And Willie Dangles.
Okay.
Authorities are on the lookout for a man
Bless
they
you.
say has gone into multiple stores in the Woodlands
Bless you.
area who has stripped himself naked and exposed himself to patrons.
You think it was a dare?
No, a dare is one time. I've done many bad things on a dare, but I haven't repeated them. Although he is described as a white male in his 50s with salt and pepper hair wearing eyeglasses. I'm just going to throw my eyeglasses over there, and I have a...
Hey, everyone has a bucket list. We can't hate them on that, right?
I have an alibi for whenever and wherever this happened. I was elsewhere, and I can prove
But you're
it.
pretty noticeable.
This is true. They would know it was me. Oh, late 50s. There we go.
So you're telling me he walked to this point and just took off his clothes and ran?
Yes, Lieutenant Scott Spencer with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office said a man in his late 50s was reported entering a store at Market Street in the Woodlands, matching the description of someone in their 50s.
If I was CNN or whatever and writing this headline, I would write it as "Man lost a good set of clothes."
There we go.
That's it. And then people were like, "What's this all about?" And
this gentleman is alleged to have entered Club Monaco on Six Pines Drive, stripped off his clothing, and run out of the stores. According to spokesman Spencer, it's not a call we typically get, so it stands out. He also entered the Kirkland store in Oak Ridge North, removed his shirt and shorts, and proceeded to walk laps in the store. So yeah, Willie Dangles. He did leave his image on the store video. The authorities are not yet releasing the image, but they are working to identify the man with witnesses who were present at the Kirkland store. I'd just like to be in Kirkland's trying to buy something, and Willie Dangles just kind of strolls past.
Yeah, I'll believe it. We got to take a quick break. I'm gonna get the fan set up. I'm behind all this equipment, so I'm sweating below. So I gotta go. I gotta go.
Visual.
I gotta go.
Okay.
We're gonna be right back. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star. We got Jordan O'Neill coming in. I made a link on our Facebook live for Fabletown. He's on an Indiegogo. I hope I said that right, for fundraiser, and he's gonna shoot a mini series here in Houston, Texas. Use all Texas cast and crew. Good thing Texas is big, so there's got to be some winners in there, right?
Yeah.
So you're listening to Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com. Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Sudden Link Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Welcome back. Morning's Lone Star, Dick and Skippy. I'm Dick. He's Skippy. No, wait, I got that backwards.
Yeah.
I know. You just want to try each other on for size and see?
No.
Like Freaky Friday? It could be Freaky Friday today. The original with Barbara Harris and Jodie Foster. Not Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is this one of those things you're?
Well, I think there's a guy version that came out with Ryan Reynolds. Like they pee in the. We gotta go pee. We go pee in the fountain, and we'll switch.
Let's go.
Yeah. I would not want to be you. I'm just letting that.
You couldn't handle. You can't handle being me. You want to be me. You can't handle me.
You know what's weird though is I bet people would immediately know it's not me, but people will like, oh, that's just Sean. I bet that's how it'd work. Like I go over there and pretend I'm the director of Kiss Me Kate. And they were like, "Oh, Sean's just like he's a little
in rare
today.
form today."
Yeah.
Screw you guys do it. See what comes
that's
up.
Wonderful.
With it. Yeah. So that odd laugh you heard,
I
beyond
didn't hear
Dick and
it.
myself. Well,
was that yours?
The discriminating listener may have caught Jordan O'Neill. That's right. He is in the studio already.
Jordan, what's up, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
And he brought special guests.
I'm sweating.
I believe it.
Right. We warned you if you were listening.
I want to put a baby pool back here and do the show from the baby
dip
pool.
Your feet in. And Jordan did bring special guest and castmate, Kristen Malachowski.
Hello.
God, I always hope
Slow
I pronounced
down that
right.
last name.
Well, I blitzed through it out of fear of mispronouncing.
Pronounce that name for me, ma'am. Please pronounce it for us.
That's Kristen Malachowski.
See, I put the U in there.
Malachowski.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I kind of blitzed through it, hoping no one notices. Okay. Thanks for calling me out.
Well, we have folks in the studio talking about a web series. Sorry, you literally said this. We don't call it web series.
Yeah, well played, Dick. Well played.
We had one rule.
No, a mini series.
Yes,
and it's Fabletown, based off of.
Yeah, it's inspired by Telltale
Games.
You
can't say based.
The Wolf Among Us. Not technically, no. And inspired by DC and Vertigo's Fables by Bill Willingham.
Okay.
So a video game and a comic book series.
Okay.
Materials we're pulling from.
Hold on, what video game?
The Wolf Among Us. It's in a Telltale adventure game. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a point and click?
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh,
you decide on your dialogue and stuff, and it's like choosing your own adventure.
Yeah. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's crazy stuff.
So what's the premise?
Okay, so the premise, we follow the events of The Wolf Among Us, and the premise, the whole story basically is all the fairy tale characters you know and love, like Beauty and Beast. This is Beauty, who's here with me today.
Good choice.
Big Bad Wolf, Snow White, right?
Casting. And you're Beast, obviously.
Yeah, no. I'm playing Big B in this. I'm playing the Big Bad Wolf. So they come to our world because they've all been exiled from their homelands from the huge war that's happened. So basically, we pitch it as like Once Upon a Time meets True Detectives. They're all living in hiding in New York, looking like us, dealing with everyday problems, and especially some people like Beauty and Beast who are royals and used to this life of luxury. Now they have to deal with poverty and working for a living and stuff like that. But our story takes place. The game had a very kind of true crime element of like there were murders and there was a crime syndicate going on. Ours takes place 2 years after the events of that property, and Beast is coming home from work one night
to the den.
Yeah, and a lot of the characters, if they look like a wolf, they look like something that's not human. They'll wear spells. Beast used to be a beast, but his curse broke, as we all know from the Disney film and the fairy tale, that he becomes human. But for some reason, as he's coming home, he runs into a woman jogging, and she looks at him, screams, and yells "monster," and he's arrested.
I get that all the time. What's the big deal?
Well, I don't know. It's grounded. It's just grounded in reality that way.
Okay, carry on.
All right, Willie Dangle.
So that's
Wee
where
Willie Dangle, get it right, Mr. Wee.
That's where we pick up on our pilot episode as Beast has been discovered.
Cool. So does someone need to know the source material to get into this? Or if I'm John Q. Public and flipping channels, as it were, would I be able to get engaged without knowing too much of the backstory?
Yeah, we've set it up where there's an opening text, just like the game. Once upon a time,
that's
characters.
risky, man.
I know. We're not.
Does it
It's not
scroll
Star
up?
Wars. No,
Yeah.
it's not Star Wars.
It is that period of Civil War.
There's certain movies that just don't do it well. Like, what was it? Season
we
of the
kept it-
Witch.
We kept it very brief.
Nicolas
There's
Cage
no voiceover.
has a great opening like that, where you don't understand. It didn't clarify anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ours is just the whole premise. So we've tried to make it to where, like, if you're new coming in, you're going to enjoy it. But if you're a fan of the comics or the games, you'll probably catch a couple of references or whatever. But it's not vital to the story we're trying to tell.
That's awesome. We're gonna let the other one speak now. You've been you've been bogarting the conversation here. So we got Kristen. So you're playing.
I play Beauty.
Beauty. Does she go by Belle or is it Beauty?
It's Beauty. Beauty's fine.
Okay, gotcha. And modern day New York, that no one's gonna bat an eyelash at that one. Like, hi, my name's Beauty. Okay.
Right.
So, how did you get involved with this? I mean, did he just come knocking on your door one day and say, "Hey, I want you to be Beauty in my miniseries"?
This thing has been going on for a while. I met Jordan in 2015, and he had this idea, the story he was writing. And I remember I was cast. I auditioned for. It's a great story. I think Fabletown is going to resonate with people because it's about people. There's this extra backstory. There's this depth because you think you know someone, and they get to change your opinion. You get to change your opinion about, say, Beauty and Beast, or say Cinderella, or say the Big Bad Wolf. So when I auditioned, I was reading sides for a character named Betty, who was there talking about some crime her husband was accused of. And that was exciting for me to realize, you're telling me this is really like, I didn't get to bring anything Disney or fantasy or cliche to the audition. It was just about people.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. It was funny. A couple of years ago, I was watching Gotham on TV. My mom walked in the room and she was engaged by it. It was taught police procedural. And then I made the fatal mistake of saying, yeah, so that kid's going to grow up to be Batman. That's Commissioner Gordon. And my mother just shut down. Oh, it's a comic book. Never mind. Like, oh. So to have that real based stuff, because if you take Batman out of Gotham, it's a great drama. So I'm getting the same sense with this, that this, I can't help but compare, we had a few seasons of Once Upon a Time, but to me, that was highly Disney-fied.
Yes.
I think. And when they started bringing in Jasmine and just, if it's a Disney movie or Elsa, we're going to put it in there.
Fables was actually supposed to be adapted by ABC. That was where Once Upon a Time came from. But I think Disney realized, we already have all these fairy tales. Why would we pay for something we
Sounds
don't
a bit
own?
like the old Babylon 5 Deep Space Nine kerfuffle.
Probably.
For those of you who don't know, Deep Space Nine was flat out ripped off.
Yeah.
They went to the guy. So, Jordan, so this is your brainchild?
Yes.
Did you wake up one Tuesday morning and say, I'm going to commit the next few years of my life to this miniseries?
We were actually supposed to start filming a lot sooner than we are now, but we had a problem with funding. Things fell through, and I just realized, okay, I have to start working harder and doing more odd jobs. I financed the pilot myself. We shot it over 2 days.
You just gotta tell
in
people
October.
there's no slowdown. You're just like, no, it's been great.
Yeah, we've been
in pre-production.
We're treating our investors well. If you want to join us, call this number.
We really have, actually. Yeah, we've just been in pre-production for a long time, and it's helped. Actually, everyone got to sit with their characters a while. I got to rewrite. I got to, you think it's brilliant, then you come back 3 days later, and you're like, what the heck was I thinking? This is terrible. But yeah, and it gave me time to really hone my skills as far as writing and putting a crew together. And I have one of the best crews you could ask for now. I think I'm lucky I can afford them now, because give them 5 years and these guys will be shooting stuff for Spielberg and whatnot.
You get to say you knew them when. Well, we get to say we knew you guys when.
I hope so.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So, talking to potential investors out there, what separates this? Because typically when someone may think of fan fiction, they're going to think some guy in his mom's basement writing Hermione hooks up with Snape, and stuff like that.
I mean, that's how it starts. But
well, it does actually. I have a friend who started writing like Harry Potter erotic fan fiction, and she actually has become
what?
Yeah, and she's now a best-selling
Aren't
novelist.
those children? Oh wow. Erotic fan fiction?
Well, apparently it's after the events where she's
okay.
18, but still it's awkward. But
Right.
but she
That's
parlayed that
really-
into an actual.
Let's get her on the air too.
Yeah, he's a best-selling novelist of that ilk. So what separates Fabletown from something that a lot of people may not read?
I think it's just strange that this world has never been played with for all the fans that are out there of Fables and The Wolf Among Us that you can find on the internet if you dig deep enough. That no one's ever just tried to do something like this, and it was one of those things where a lot of my cast are about our age, and they're in their early to late 20s, and for some in Texas that's hard to come by film roles, and so I realized, well, if we're using fairy tale characters, it doesn't really matter what we look like if we're centuries or millennia years old, and that opens up to just this is kind of our take on the characters. So none of us are going to look exactly like the characters in the pages or in the game, but that's sort of the fun with it because we've all grown up with these characters. I think
the audiences can be really forgiving with that. I've seen several Star Trek fan based series out there where they'll have a Kirk and a Spock or something, and it's almost like Chris Pine playing Kirk now, where I'm not trying to be Shatner. I'm just trying to be inspired by him. So I guess same basic premise that there's no real model for beauty. You have various incarnations of it, but it's not like there's no one particular actress you have to base it on. You can make her your own.
Yeah, don't do Hermione.
Hermione.
Whoever that actor. Don't do anywhere near that.
Got it.
Just so you know.
Won't do that.
Okay. I was first.
Fabletown. Now, obviously, this is inspired by Marvel Universe scenario. Am I correct? Is it Marvel?
And it's DC and Vertigo.
DC. I'm sorry. Man, wrong universe.
You should read the info. I also want to let listeners know on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. We'll tell Harmony about it.
On Facebook, we posted the Indiegogo campaign where you can see.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Donate and stuff. But okay.
Yeah, cool. No, but I mean, we're going to find out what he needs the money on. Yeah.
He doesn't want his kneecaps broken.
They're going to come for me.
Is this so it being DC Universe, is it a comedy, drama, dramedy?
Definitely leans more into drama. There's definitely a comedic moments for sure. I think Kristen, my brother actually was the co-writer on 2 episodes, so I have to give him credit. He added a lot of moments of levity with because he brought up the point, like, Beauty and Beast, man, they've been married for centuries. So that's centuries of baggage. You got to have some fun with it. And the fact that they're still married, they're like the one solid couple in this whole community of Fables. But there's definitely some moments of levity because you don't be so serious. Jordan Ogletree, a friend of mine, local actor. And he's really good guy.
And what's it like playing? What's it like playing Beauty here? Because this is an iconic character.
Exactly. I think Beauty has something in her that everyone likes. It's like, she started out as a small town girl. Everyone knows she's well read, and she has this history of falling for someone who was terrifying to everyone else, and then discovered it broke a curse, and there was becoming royalty, and there was all that stuff. We know that side of the story. But at her heart, she is very feisty, and she's decided to try and live her own life, sort of thing. And if you take that background and you imagine the trauma of leaving your home, there was some kind of war, you can't ever go back, and now you have to blend in with people who you can't introduce yourself as that person. You're just trying to blend in, and you need to accommodate the life your husband is used to having. You need to try and find out who you really are, find your own freedom, but understand that there's things you can't ever share. There's a secret you have to keep. It's very interesting.
Do the other characters know about each other?
Yes. One of our favorite aspects is that one of our opening scenes has got Snow White, Cinderella, and Briar Rose, or Sleeping Beauty, all sitting around drinking wine, talking mess about their mutual ex-husband, Prince Charming. So yeah, they're all very much aware of each other.
I remember in the 80s, there was a bad sitcom called The Charmings, and it was a sitcom based on Snow White and Charming had to pop into modern day America. It was horrendous. So I'm presuming that Fabletown is going to kick that one's tail. So let's talk about the campaign.
Yeah.
So we can take a break and come back.
Can we?
Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure. We've been talking for a while. People, they're
this is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
So I want to find out more about Beauty because, I'm a hardcore Linda Hamilton fan. So I got to see if you're going to bring, surpass that. Are you going to become a new favorite Beauty in this mythology?
I'd like to be.
Okay. We'll find out when we come back.
You're listening to Mornings of Lone Star. We'll take a break real quick.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Welcome back. Morning's Lone Star. Dick and Skippy. He's Dick. I'm Skippy. It's 10:21 on the dot in the studios. It is 83 outside, probably 87 inside the studio. I have 95.
Yeah.
1% chance of rain. For those of you who don't know, we can't commit to 0% of anything, so it could always rain. But humidity is down to 69%, so it feels like 88 degrees already. It's hot. It's too darn hot, which ironically, not ironically, incidentally, is the name of a song in Kiss Me Kate, playing tonight at the Owen Theater. Come see me in tights. You don't want to miss it. And starts at 8 o'clock. Go to owentheater.com. That's theater with an R-E. Get your tickets. Come see some fun stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
This hourly pimp brought to you by Skippy and the Owen Theater.
And Lone Star Community Radio.
And Lone Star. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. We're talking with Jordan O'Neill and Kristen Malashevsky. I'm getting closer with that every time I say it.
It's a process.
It is. Are you, so when you're all famous, you're going to change it to like,
No, I enjoy
Kristen
the stage name.
like
the
Maggie
things that
Q.
make up for me.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. Wonder what Maggie Q's real last name is. Probably Jones.
Smith.
Yeah. So yeah, something really, really bad. So okay, so we're talking with Jordan Kristen because Jordan is the brainchild, or is the mastermind behind his brainchild, Fabletown, which is a miniseries being produced locally. So local talent, local crew, local everything.
Yeah.
So this is a huge thing. Based on a don't tune out when I say this, a comic book with a great story about fairy tale characters with real world problems. And so, Jordan, off the air, you're telling me that a couple of years ago, this idea just kind of popped in your head. In fact, we were on stage together,
Yes,
literally, when this popped in your head.
You were in tights then too, I think. Actually.
I was. They were hosed. They weren't
Hosed,
tights.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
I was in hose that time. Big difference.
Yeah, it's huge. I had like 5 layers on and a sword and a mustache. So
That's
there you
right.
Go.
There was a production of Three Musketeers that we were in. In fact, all of us except for Dick, you missed out of that one. So over the 2 years, so it just started to germinate.
Wait, which production?
The second one for me. There's the one at Stageworks.
Okay.
So the first production I was Porthos, directed by someone else. In the second production, I was the king. And the third production I directed, but I also had to step in as the king at the last minute. So
okay,
you were the king.
The king. I love it. The king. That's gonna follow me 50 years from now after I'm long dead.
Well, one thing
you're gonna hear that.
for those who are watching on Facebook and YouTube and stuff and don't have any idea about comic books or whatever, what can they relate to in this? Because I know you're talking about the script being probably the most important part of this whole project, because you try to create characters people can get into, and you're not depending on the visuals, because we're talking about monsters, we're talking about mythical things, but we don't see it.
Right.
So it's important in the, I imagine, the dialogue and the structure to get that to point across to this audience.
Yeah, it was really about, the story, like you were saying, it grabbed me 2 or 3 years ago, and it wouldn't let me go. Like, I kept telling myself, there's no way to pull this off. We can't do it. Like, there's just no way. But it wouldn't let me go. Like, I was up at night dreaming about it to that point that it was like, okay, I got to just write it out. And we actually wrote it. Like she said, we auditioned people with different names. Then we told them who they were playing, and they were on board. I'm like, okay, no one's laughed in my face just yet. We kept going. We had our table read. There was a huge twist on some of the characters that show up. We've had a few characters show up that aren't in Fables that we've got to play with. Ones that are, free use. And no one laughed at our face then. They actually
Gilgamesh?
Yeah. How'd you know?
I'd be all over that one.
Yeah. Do you remember what that was like at the table read?
Oh man, just a row of people, friends, coworkers, people I've just met. The suspense was incredible. Just reading a certain reveal, certain actress in the show in particular. I remember her, like, the dramatic turn, the full body going, whoa, whoa, and the hands are everywhere. It's a really happy memory because we realized there's something really clever here. There's something unexpected here.
Yeah, I think it's about, you asked about, like, why fairy tales. Well, I feel like, we all grew up with the Disney movies, at least my generation did. And so I thought, well, what if the stories kept growing up with us? And that's kind of like,
to be really depressing.
Well, yeah. There are some depressing elements.
Because you're talking about Rapunzel. She'd be on disability because where could she go and work? Because her hair is just everywhere.
Yeah.
OSHA violations right there. Now, how do they get like Social Security? Or does this address how they get like Social Security numbers and get jobs?
They really keep it themselves. It's implied that they've been here since like almost the Pilgrims, and they just keep changing the building through magic. And so it's like they keep changing some aliases.
Can there be like a Highlander crossover on that? Because I would so watch that.
You need to pitch it to me. Yeah, man. Let's see what we can happen. Talk to me in a year from now when
I'm
we're ready.
You,
I have 2 more seasons in mind.
Get
so
Captain Hook and Connor McLeod like face off. I'd be all over that one.
Oh man.
Well, I know I linked the Indiegogo link on the Facebook Live, and with people looking at it, kind of give an idea how they could help out. Because I know on Indiegogo, it's a campaign fundraiser, in a sense, and you have different tiers and you get different things.
Yeah, you get different rewards. I financed the pilot myself just because that's, granted I wrote it, but
we'll actually go into that a little bit. Like, you don't have to go into so much detail, but what would be like the average cost to something like a project like this? So your per episode, what could you say?
The pilot, when all was said and done, it cost at least $5,000 just from the crew, and that's just from the crew, the editing, and then we have Brian Satterwhite's doing the music, who's a Austin guy who's known pretty far and wide across the country, and he's created an incredible score that's got like these fairy tale like undertones, like this synth of like kind of a crime story going through it. It's really fun to listen to. But yeah, that's how much I believed in it. I was like, I'll put up the money because I'm tired of waiting. I was just tired of sitting around and not making.
Well, it takes a lot of dedication. How scary was that?
Oh, insanely! Time is money has never meant so much more to me than you're sitting there. And our second day on set, we were in kind of like what we're sitting in right now, where there was no AC. It was 98 degrees in the building because of the lights and the camera, and the crew didn't complain once. They just, and neither did the cast. The only complaint was like, oh, your makeup's running. Okay, reset. Let's keep going. So that day taught me that, okay, we're doing something right here, and my money was being put to good use, and this is the team that is worth the money. They're worth every cent.
Because I'm on the page right now, and you're trying to raise up to $40,000 to do the whole series. That's for the entire season.
It's a dream goal. Yeah, we could probably do it if we could get to 20, we could do it. We could pull this off.
Don't tell you say
but 40, this is something that's going to see the light of day.
Yeah, absolutely.
40
so this isn't something for an investor. I'm afraid to invest 50 or 100.
Oh no, it's going to be on YouTube. In fact, the pilot is probably just a few weeks away from being released on YouTube, so you guys can see.
You're going to come back when it's on, and
I would like to.
Yeah, it'll be up there. It's actually going into color correction and audio mixing today, a few few hours ago, the guy sent it out. So we should have that.
Well, you guys have a lot of
for the
social media and you inform people, especially what's neat about these Indiegogo campaigns is you're like in direct connection to the project.
Yes.
If you do this, like you get emails, you get updates saying,
Yeah,
oh, hey.
absolutely.
I mean, it's really cool. I've done a couple of them and it's fun to be a part of an event like that because it really does take a long time. People don't realize how long things like this take, but when you actually are there, you're basically shadowing every step they take. You're like, oh, this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah, we're trying to put out weekly updates to keep you guys informed what's going on. And you don't have to go to Indiegogo site. You can actually just go to, we have a domain. It's just fabletownseries.com, and that'll take you right to the Indiegogo campaign.
Well, we have Z King in the studio, and they have King Cole, $5,000 right there. Sean, you up for it?
That's our highest level of donation.
What would I get?
Can you help me out here? I
Okay.
can't remember. You get everything lower than that.
You get, hold on.
I think you get a role in the show.
You get a special thanks.
Yes. There's
No, I'm
more
just
than
kidding,
that. There's way more than that.
Script and score, video message from the cast, limited edition artwork, dinner with the directors, speaking role in Fabletown, which you know you have to pay for your speaking roles. We know how bad you are. And then,
Right.
I think the speaking role might be worth it.
The time I tried to raise money by prostituting myself, I ended up owing $300. It was really embarrassing.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It was bad.
And then we actually have another reward. It's not listed there, but we added a $75 donation the other day, and you actually, everyone above.
Well, Prince of Lawrence? Prince Lawrence?
Prince Lawrence, the level. Yeah, you get a high quality digital print.
Do you have a Prince Albert level?
Not yet.
Okay.
If you want to create one, talk to me later.
So what's so you have the 5,000.
It ranges from $10 all the way to $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things.
And so like each donation actually pays a return to the person. I mean, they're investing in a vision, which this sounds fascinating, but also on the higher levels of donation, there are tokens of appreciation.
Oh yeah. If you start getting like producer credits or something, if you donate enough or whatever. So you're like, your name is on this thing forever.
And people just think about it. Think about the shows out there that you watch. Go, man, I should have gone in on that. If only young George Lucas had come to me, I would have paid out $30 and something.
Again, like what I'm going to kind of tell the audience who are interested, like the coolest thing is you're part of the process. Because a lot of times with projects like this, there's only a few opportunities. So giving money and being involved is an opportunity for you to actually experience it. I mean, I know it sounds silly that you pay $5,000 for a speaking role, but some people, like me, for example, I'm not an actor. But say in my life, I would not mind. I would be cool to be on set. And this is an opportunity to do that, like kind of like a bucket list or something, because, most people have no trust in me. So it'd be like, now I'm forcing it. Right.
You absolutely. You were dead bang on. I would pay to have you see you on screen. I may have to make a donation just to get him.
You can always volunteer someone else to take the role if you donate the money.
No, I want to see him on it.
Yeah,
I want to see the flop sweat and the deer in headlights look and the monotone delivery. I would.
I wouldn't do mine. I would get really into it.
So those of you tuning in, we've been talking to Jordan and Kristen about Fabletown, a miniseries. There's a campaign to raise funds for it. It's already underway. People, this show is happening. It's going to happen with or without you. You want it to be with you. You go to fabletownseries.com. You can find out all about it. Be a part of this process, as Dick said. Now, before you guys go, we started something new here with guests. We want to find out how much of an expert you are in your chosen field.
Oh, man.
So we have a little fairy tale trivia game here. We'll ask a couple of questions here.
Am I playing too?
If you want to be. So when the little girl everyone knows is Little Red Riding Hood first appeared in English in a translation of the story by Charles Perrault, she was given a more conventional name to go along with her famous nickname. The Little Red Riding Hood, was she named as Petit Four, Biddy, Lucille, or Sweet Myrtle?
Well, I know my preference. Maybe it's Petit Four. Maybe it's
Petit Four. I was thinking Sweet Myrtle. What was the third one?
Sweet Myrtle.
Sweet Myrtle.
Petit Four, Biddy, Lucille, or Sweet Myrtle?
Yeah, Lucille's somebody's grandma. It's not Lucille, that's for sure. I'll go Sweet Myrtle.
Sweet Myrtle? Wrong. It was Biddy.
Oh, man.
Oh, the sleeper.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not looking too good. Okay.
Good thing she's not in the show.
Okay, that's about Bluebeard. No, we're not going to do a Bluebeard question. Is Bluebeard in your?
He's in The Wolf Among Us and Fables. He's not in Fabletown.
Okay, I'm not going.
Well, it's season 2, man.
Yeah, we've got 2 more seasons. We've got 2 more seasons in mind. So.
Okay. For the well-known fairy tale Puss in Boots, a cat is able to help its master from poverty to riches through a series of clever ploys. What special function did the boots have for the cat? Did they protect his feet while walking out of doors? Did he walk and talk like a man while wearing the boots? Did it allow him to travel at great speed and become invisible? Or did it give you the power of persuasion that no listener could resist? So outdoor protection, walk and talk like a man, travel at great speed and become invisible, or power of persuasion?
What about persuasion?
That is a good talent to
What are you
have.
thinking? I'm just thinking of like Antonio Banderas' interpretation. I'm like, yeah, he's a sly, smooth talker. I don't know.
Did you say he's a slut?
He did.
Sly, smooth talker.
Oh, sly, smooth.
Yeah.
I heard slut myself.
I heard slut.
I heard
Nope.
slut.
Not this time.
Okay.
So persuasion.
Persuasion. I'm afraid it's protecting his feet while walking outdoors. That's just
the most obvious use of
that's
boots.
really that's dumb.
That's like
okay,
that's like
here
the
we
Willie
go.
Nelson song or something.
Kristen, this one's for you.
Okay.
And this last one.
Ooh.
Because you guys are just bombing left and right on
I
this
know,
one. So
I know.
investors don't
And they're making a show about this. stuff.
investors don't be scared off by the fact that they know absolutely nothing about the industry in which they're doing
Characters that
series
aren't
about.
in the show.
Okay. In the happy ending of Beauty and the Beast,
Oh.
Beauty settles down for a life of bliss with the now handsome prince and his household, including her father and 3 brothers. The fate of her 2 wicked sisters is less agreeable. So Beauty's 2 wicked sisters are either A, transformed into living statues, B, forced to serve as scullery maids, C, changed into goshawks who fly away, or D, are chained to a rock on a deserted beach and left to starve.
Oh man.
Statues, scullery maids, hawks, or chained to rock starving people.
That last one sounds a bit too Greek.
I don't know. It could be Brothers Grimm. You never know.
Yeah. Let's try A.
Which is transformed into living statues and set before the palace. And she's redeemed herself. That is correct.
Hey.
The
Yeah, she
sisters
guessed
who have
that.
been consistently
She
villainous throughout the tale are given the possibility of redemption. If they will only acknowledge their guilt, they will be set free of the spell. We are told, however, that the likelihood of their ever doing so is small. Well done. We end this one on a high note. So
Good.
people go to fabletownseries.com to figure out how you can be part of this amazing miniseries that's done all local cast, local crew,
Yeah.
local music, everything. And I'm going to
I could be a stand-in if you need somebody to stand in.
Okay, we'll keep you in mind.
I don't eat anything.
Make him a stunt double.
Stunt double.
Get a really dangerous
There are
stunt.
some stunts coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
We need you to fall down this hill. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, see those stairs?
Just
Tumble.
tuck your
Tumble.
chin.
Jordan, Kristen, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We, come back
We,
when the first episode is out.
To let our audience know right now, if you're watching on Facebook, we did post the link to support it. It's at the top of the comment section. It's on the Indiegogo campaign. You can learn all about this, and we'll get you guys following us up when you release the pilot.
Absolutely.
And that's coming out in a month, less than a month.
About a month at the most.
At the most. There you go, folks. Fabletown. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. We're going to take a sponsor break to say thanks to our sponsors, Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. And hopefully they'll clean all the sweat off the ground. It is getting hot.
Is that what that
hot.
puddle is? I was wondering.
You're
Now I
listening.
know.
We'll be right back.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? The Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Welcome back. 10:40 on the dot with Dick and
That's
Skippy.
some funny
We
stuff.
had Jordan and Kristen in the studio talk about Fabletown. This is a mini series that's being produced about fairy tale characters in real world issues, but this is not like Once Upon a Time where it's kind of Disneyfied. This is hardcore
I don't
stuff.
understand why that's wrong to say. Like, you're saying it's a bad thing to be like that.
No, I'm saying it's different. I don't want people to think, oh, this is, we've already seen this for 7 seasons. No, this is something way different. It's a completely different take on it. And looking forward to it. No, I loved Once Upon a Time. Evil Queen was like, oh, my Lana Parrilla or Priya, however you pronounce her name. She's the evil queen of my heart for a very long time.
And we all need one of those.
You betcha we do.
So we got a person who stumbled in here.
No way. Who do we got?
They were looking for the lack of AC.
Now, I hear that there is a bike store opening next door. Yes, there is. What? Yes, there is.
So tell us about
Yeah,
that.
just-
You got to tell, who are you? You got to
yeah, introduce yourself to the world.
No one else knows.
I'm super special. I'm Gary Rogers. I am a full-time firefighter, and my passion is cycling. So I worked at bike shops prior to the fire service, a couple big chains in the Houston area, but I've always wanted to own my own shop. So I got the opportunity to open a little pocket shop here in the back of Conroe Coffee called Race Ready Repair. I do a lot of custom stuff. I've been doing this shop on my property for the past 4 years. And what I'd like to do is mainly custom builds is what I love to do, but I do repair on every kind of bike there is out there. So Awesome. Now, Gary, so you've been doing this for a while. Yeah. And so you decided to take it like mainstream. So you got a space, and because I actually built out the space. This isn't like, oh, you guys got to. I mean, we see the construction that's been going on over. That's pretty hardcore stuff. Yeah, it's been great. Leo approached me. I was a customer here, and I support local as much as I can. And I come here and get coffee. And Leo asked me if I could, if I wanted to move in the back of the coffee shop. And at first, I was like, well, I don't know if it'll work, but we made it work. It turned out pretty nice back there. Cool.
I got to apologize about the trucks.
Yeah, we had to open up the door because it's too
That
darn
wasn't
hot
a
in
rocket launching. That was.
Yeah.
Well, no. The one thing I got to ask is, can you do everything blindfolded?
Blindfolded.
Should we test that tomorrow for your opening?
Can you field strip a Schwinn? We will have a keg. So after the keg gets tapped, yeah, maybe I'll do a blindfolded tire change.
Well, I feel like it's like one of those military actions where you take apart your rifle and put it back together.
And
you
feel they do have competitions at certain.
Really?
Yeah, they'll do tube changes, flat fixes, and like cassette changes blindfolded just for fun.
Now you're just talking cycle talk. I don't know.
Gary,
I got the tube. That's the wheel.
But you ride, dude. You
Yeah, I
used to
know.
ride, right?
Yeah, no, I got a bike.
Oh,
Well,
I did.
So
When I was a kid, I had the old 70s bike with the banana seat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. But then I got a 10-speed, and to my eternal shame, I never was able to figure out. Like, I was probably permanently stuck in fourth gear because I would have these two little. Can you like teach people what the hell which gear it is? There's a lot of different stuff out there these days. There's shifting that's all Bluetooth now. It's just buttons, and it goes to the derailleur and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty high tech. But no,
I have the suicide shifters on my bike.
Oh, do you on the ends?
Yeah, I know yeah.
That's awesome.
Those
Yeah.
are
I still rock those.
It's fun, but then it's not fun depending on where you're riding.
I have those on my tandem. My wife and I race gravel tandems.
Yeah.
We have a tandem bike that goes off road, and I have them on there. And yeah, it definitely you had to think about it because your brakes are not close. So
If it doesn't exist already, and it probably does, but we need to invent like extreme, like export, but tandem biking. So you have those BMX bikers that do the whole.
Did Carly just walk in?
Carly, you in the studio with us? Okay, Carly could not keep away here. There you go. The sound, the dulcet sounds of our voices brought Carly in the studio too. So, do they have like tandem versions of those extreme sports? Because if not, they should.
I don't know. I know they make full suspension mountain bike downhill tandems, but that's something I would
What?
never. Huh?
What?
Yeah, going like downhill, like racing,
Eddie
like full
Bauer.
suspension, like people going like 50 miles per hour down the mountain on tandem.
The Eddie Bauer.
I bet the
edition.
crashes are gnarly.
Oh, I wouldn't want to, and my wife wouldn't.
Because you
go
got
for that.
another body.
Oh,
hitting
that'd be
you.
responsible
Ugh.
for so many divorces.
Who's the front?
It's marriage counseling on wheels. It's because they can't do anything. I mean, they don't control. They just pedal, and so they can't. She has to trust me completely, which we've been together for a while. So I think we reached the.
Well,
trust
you don't
at
do
17
the
years.
downhill stuff.
Huh?
You don't do the downhill.
No. When I go to Colorado, I have a bike that I'll go ride downhill on, but I don't do. I'm too old to jump into that sport. That's braking stuff, man. That's
wonderful.
Those are medical bills.
Race Ready Repair. Do you have a website?
Yes, racereadyrepair.com.
Well, that was darned easy.
Race Ready Repair, and it's actually in Conroe Coffee. If you're looking for more directions, folks, just go to Conroe Coffee and be like, "Where's that bike shop?"
Yeah, we're
And-
changing stuff up right now, getting a calendar set up on the website so you can, because since I am a full-time firefighter, I work about 10, 24-hour shifts a month. On my days off, I'll be up here most likely every day, and then you can schedule appointments if it works out best for you that way.
So yeah, because I guess grasping what you're doing over here with the shop is you can basically repair bikes, and then you do sell parts.
I sell bikes too. I have some bike vendors. I sell Salsa, Surly, All City. I just picked up Orbea and Chumba, which is an American-made mountain bike style company. They're all welded in Austin. So I do a lot of those. I'll have some on the wall whenever people come in.
Yeah.
See them.
Now, I saw some merch in there too the other day. I was looking in the windows. So you got stuff to sell?
Oh yeah, and I didn't know how expensive it was to stock that little wall.
Do you have those vinyl handlebar streamers? Because I lost mine.
Oh, I can get some. I can get leather. You want leather? We can get leather too, like motorcycle.
I'm going uptown. Get my banana seat fixed. Get rid of the rack bar.
I got to ask you this because you do ride. You're part of like you do.
Yes.
Do you competitive riding, or is it more
Yes,
just like
I do a lot of
semi-amateur competitive?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Texas riding and we compete in different league in Texas, but I do a lot of long distance stuff. So I've done like a 500-mile bike packing race that they host.
How do you do
from
that?
Bryan
Like,
to Palestine.
why would you want to do that? Do you just really like when you say? Because some people when they get into that
Called
groove,
masochism.
like say you're mile 200.
Yeah.
Like, is that something that you like for your body at that state of mind right there? Because I've
Yes.
ridden. I think the furthest I've ever ridden 60 miles.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end, I was like, I just want this to be over. Like, this isn't fun.
Oh,
Why do people do
everybody
this?
goes through stages like that. I want to see how far I can push myself physically and mentally. And I think when you get done with something like that, you feel stronger at the end.
And why do people
I
drink
feel
beer
better at the end of that.
Drink beer
afterwards? Like that was the most puzzling thing I've seen when I do a couple rides.
You're
and I'm like,
celebrating that you're still alive.
but I would not want to touch a beer after that. I'm like, give me water. I need to
Like aversion therapy. You're a bike 100 miles and chug this round
I did
walk.
tour to Houston, probably like 7 years ago, and it was sponsored by Michelob. And as you're arriving in, they're like, "Here's a Michelob." I'm like, I don't want that.
So Gary, when you're doing like the competitive races, is it like Ben Hur? Do you put spikes on your wheels and try and
On
take
my
out-
helmet. I
Is
have
that
it
what
on
it
my
is?
helmet. Yeah. No, it's fun, and I'm gonna try to grow the cycling sport in Conroe. Like it's big in the Woodlands because you got all the pathways, and that's where I work
Yeah.
full time. But here we have the opportunity. Everybody comes north to ride because we have the prettiest roads. Like it's so jam packed down there.
Well, let's not tell anybody what roads those are.
Yeah, we're
because
not.
You don't want any more.
It's secret right now.
So give a shout out to your station. What station are you in?
Oh, I'm at Station 5 in the back of the Woodlands.
Which one? Which one's that?
That's on Branch Crossing in Ash Lane Way.
Oh yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been there 11 years.
Do you cycle there? Do you have one of those prop things?
I'll ride to work every now and then. I live in Willis, and I'll ride to work.
How do you get there?
Wait, what?
I take 45 and I put one of those tractor signs on my back. Those little triangles. No, I'm just joking.
I'm about to say, I was like,
I can see that happening.
No, I take a lot of back roads. Like I'll cut through Wedgwood in old 105, 2854, Fifth Street thoroughfare. But I got to leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. So usually there's no traffic.
Dang, I look at this and I feel like so much not a man right now.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least they have
I go out-
showers there.
I go out and kill my
So,
own
like, if they didn't
breakfast.
have showers there, you wouldn't do that, probably, right? Or you just have, I got a bottle of Axe. We're good.
Yeah, I just
We're all men.
2 cans of Axe.
We're gonna walk into
We're
a
good.
burning building. We're gonna come out smelling like a barbecue. Well, first off, thanks for being a firefighter. We appreciate it. Secondly, thanks for getting this going here. This
It's really
business.
cool. It's neat, folks. So if you come into the coffee shop, it's almost like a booth to order, and it's your bikes. So it's really cool. And you're having let's tell people tomorrow. Is it public for the public?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's we're gonna have an opening party from 4 to 8, and I'll be doing raffle prizes. 5,
And
6.
the AC should be fixed, folks.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please. I hope so.
Good Lord.
Or we'll drink that beer real
I have
fast.
to rent some climate
Carly
pools.
thinks she's still outside because it's just so hot in here.
But yeah, it'll be we'll give away raffle prizes. We're gonna do drawings, and the way you get a ticket for the raffle, you have to buy something with me or the Conroe Coffee and bring your receipt in with your name on it, and that'll be your ticket to throw into the raffle.
Cool. Well, I'll be there. People can pop in between 4 and 8, and then at 8 o'clock, we'll run over to the Owen Theater to catch Kiss Me Kate, my final pimp of the day for that show.
Oh my gosh.
And
And he's like, "What are you talking about? I've never heard." of Kiss Me- No.
there's also I forgot Lone Pine Brewery gave me a keg of Yellow Rose. So
Actually, that's pretty good.
yes,
So
I'm about
You
to
had
ice
me a
that down.
keg.
again,
You had me a
bike
keg.
riders and beer. Like I just don't. I mean, I get
Coffee,
it.
beer, and bike riding. I'm telling you. It's
Well,
a piece
I'll
of
do the
cake.
beer. They can do the bike riding, and it evens out.
And the
It's fine.
food too. Like people eat. Oh man. Like
Here, eat this egg salad sandwich.
All
Yeah.
right.
yeah, you want to give her the headset? Turn it on.
Hold on, Carl. Bring the headset to you. There we go. There you go. Your headset's right there.
You gotta turn it on, Sean. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, Richard wants me to, has been begging me to join the triathlon with me.
Yeah.
We
And
could
I'm
do the
like,
tandem
no.
riding.
Yeah, I work on Richard's bike. He has a tandem, and they'll compete with a tagline and stuff like that for swimming, and they compete as a tandem team.
Yeah, he's at the gym sometimes.
Yeah.
So, Carly, you're thinking about doing the triathlon?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't
That's what I heard.
I don't want to do. No, he's trying to convince me to.
Oh, I just signed you up, Carly. It's too
Do you
late.
think
gotta
they
go.
all want to do that? No, they don't want to do it. They hate themselves.
No, I just want to get in shape, and I'm doing it. But
I mean, they hate
don't-
themselves, Carly. Don't do it.
No, I don't. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I've done a couple of duathlons because my wife talks me into it. But she's a triathlete, but
Is that because she hates you?
it's probably
Yeah.
it makes sense now.
Well, we got to be wrapping up today's show, folks. To win Taste Fest tickets, I know some people are waiting on that. Let's just make it easy. Just send us a message on Facebook, and then say, "I want this tickets." First person to do it wins the tickets. I mean, that's the easiest.
That was way easy.
Way easy. There you go. Because I was like, "Oh, maybe we can do bike trivia," and I was like, "But I don't know anything about bikes."
Okay, what's the best beer to drink after a 200-mile bike race?
Not Michelob Ultra.
Lone Pint, whatever they have.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got Gary Rogers in the studio. Go to racereadyrepair.com. you want to find out more about the Fabletown miniseries we're talking about, go to fabletownseries.com.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back next week on Monday, and hopefully the AC is back on.
It better be.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I will take hostages.
But yeah, if you are interested in being a guest on the show, reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We'd love to have anybody as a guest. Right now, that's our rule, but we haven't changed it yet. So don't make us change it.
Yeah.
Be a guest. And I'll see you tomorrow. Probably we're gonna stop by. That's 4:30 to
48.
48. I just make up times. I make my own time at your event. All right.
It's okay. That keg will be tapped early too if you want to get along early.
Okay. Oh, there's an incentive, and then we'll go ride 90 miles.
Yeah.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio.
And watch drunk Skippy on stage. Yeah. I got this.
Don't forget Kiss Me Kate this weekend, folks, and then we'll be back tomorrow. So you're listening to Lone Star. No, tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Monday. The heat's getting me.
Yeah, right.
We'll see you guys later.
I get up and get to work on time.